Welcome back, Life Warrior. Happy Monday. It is so good to be with you, sending you so much love and peace and blessings here on this beautiful Monday. If you are new to my page, welcome. I am Dharma Shakti, your host with your weekly dose of something inspirational. Let's dive into our inspirational quote for today. It's a good one by Stephen Covey. If you are unfamiliar with his work, one of his most famous books is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So let's dive into his quote today. Stephen Covey says, "Life is not about accumulation, but it is about contribution." You know, we live in a culture where we are sort of trained and conditioned and taught and molded to believe that our value is based on what we accumulate, and then our value is validated by other people liking our post where we show what we have accumulated. And this is where a lot of people get their sense of self-worth. And this is like building your house on sand. If you're getting your self-worth and you're feeling valued, you're feeling like your value is based on what you have accumulated in life. And that could be you've accumulated a lot, so you feel really good about yourself. Or maybe you're not feeling like you have a lot of value because you haven't accumulated a lot. Neither of those are good, and they're both built on false foundations. Your worth is not related to what you accumulate. Your worth is very much your sense of self-worth. Okay, your true sense of self-worth is based in the foundation of what you contribute. What you contribute to the world. When you feel like you're contributing to your family, when you feel like you're contributing to your community, when you feel like you're contributing to society, when you feel like you're contributing to the people that you love and care about in your life, that you have something that you can give. It doesn't have to be something big, it could be something big. Something small, something simple. It could just be your time, your attention. It could be a gift or a skill. It could be your support in a movement. But when you have that sense of contribution, you are deeply connected to your sense of value, your sense of worth, your sense of purpose, your sense of meaning, and therefore your sense of belonging. So often we are looking for validation from the world outside of us based on what we've accumulated, what we've achieved, to have our sense of belonging validated. But if you are looking to really feel in your heart and in your bones like you belong, like you have a place and a purpose and a meaning here in this life, which we all deserve to feel and we all need to feel in order to be thriving, you want to find a way to contribute. So, you don't have to go and do anything super big. You don't need to join some kind of nonprofit organization and volunteer all your time. You don't need to give all your money away. If you feel called to do things like that, then of course, take that path. But contribution can be as simple as, how are you showing up for your kids? Contribution can be as simple as, how am I, partaking in giving and participating and contributing to the household that I'm in. It could be to your social circle. How am I contributing to them? Finding ways to contribute, to give something of yourself, to give your time, to give your energy, to give your listening ear, to give your heart, to give a skill. And it doesn't mean always that you're giving it away for free. Your sense of contribution can just be how you serve. How do you serve society? Some people feel a lot of contribution by the work that they do. Some people feel a lot of contribution by just how they carry themselves in the world and the way they impact people that they interact with. So contribution isn't always work-related, and it isn't always philanthropic related. So I want you to think about your life, your environment, your world that you are in, your little bubble, right, of your social circles and the places that you're involved in, the people that you're connected with, and get creative. Ask yourself, how have I contributed already? Right? Sometimes we don't even acknowledge that we are contributing somehow, some way, that we've already contributed. And so we're not giving ourselves that sense of credit because we're just not honoring it, right? We may have been taught that's just what you do. You don't get praise or reward for contributing. That's just what you're supposed to do. But it's important that you acknowledge, like, yeah, I do contribute to my household. I do contribute to my family. I do contribute to my friends. I do contribute at my place of work. Because when we feel a sense of contribution, we are going to feel more connected. This is the important part. When we feel like we are contributing in any of those areas of our life, we feel a deeper connection to our sense of meaning and purpose, our sense of belonging and value, and that allows us to really thrive in the environments that we're in. When we feel a sense of belonging, when we feel a sense of purpose, when we feel a sense of meaning, we're going to have a more positive outlook. We're going to be way more optimistic. We're going to feel more hopeful in moving towards our future. When we don't feel that sense of belonging, when we don't feel a sense of purpose, when we don't feel like our life has meaning, right? The energy, we all know, our energy gets very low. It's hard to feel optimistic. It's hard to feel hopeful. It's hard to feel connected to anything. And so if you're feeling like you're kind of lacking in this department of your life, right? You're like, I just feel like I'm going through the motions every day. I don't really know what my purpose is. I don't feel like I have a purpose. Connect to, how are you contributing? Find the places in your life where you are contributing. And if you look at your life and you're like, I don't really feel like I'm contributing, well, how can you contribute? What are areas in your life that you can contribute in, and what can you contribute to those areas? It's not required. You don't have to do it, but to feel a sense of purpose and a sense of meaning, a sense of belonging in your life, there has to be an element of contribution. As Stephen Covey says, your life is not about accumulation. It is about contribution. Those material things that you accumulate will come and go. They come and go. Like the passing seasons, they come and go. And so to anchor our value and our worth, our sense of meaning and our sense of belonging on what we accumulate is like building your house on sand. It's not going to last very long, and the whole thing is going to be swept out into the ocean, inevitably. So we want to build our sense of meaning and our sense of purpose on a solid foundation. And that foundation is connected to contribution. How do you feel like you're contributing? And if you're looking at your life and you're thinking, I don't really feel like I'm contributing, I don't know, then this is a great time to get creative and to think about what are ways that you can contribute that make you feel good. Right? Maybe you have a relative with kids and you know that relative just needs a break from parenting. You can contribute by watching the kids, taking them out to the park, or going to do something fun with the kids while the parents get a break. That's a big contribution, right? There are many ways that you can contribute that aren't career oriented. I think that a lot of us get really fixated and myopic around purpose and belonging with our work that we do. And although that may be a path and an avenue for some of us, it's not going to be the path and the avenue for all of us. So don't get so locked in that your sense of purpose and belonging is always directly tied and related to your career or to your job. It may, but it may be outside that scope. So I'm inviting you to think about where are areas where I feel like I contribute, like I give something of value, I give some meaning, I give some energy, I give some love, I give some attention, I give some nurturing. How are you contributing? Because if you're not contributing, then most likely you're not feeling connected to that sense of purpose, that sense of belonging, and that sense of meaning. And my friend, you deserve to feel connected to those things. And when you do feel connected to them, you're going to feel empowered. And when you feel empowered, now you got some wind under your wings and you are flying forward into a better future that you deserve to have. Okay, so think about the places in your life where you have contributed and celebrate yourself. A little pat on the back. Good job. I made some contributions. I'm sure you have. There's no way you've lived this whole life that you've had and not contributed. So take some time to acknowledge, right, to think about and reflect, where have I contributed and how did it make me feel when I know that I contributed something, right? And then think about what you're presently doing. Like, what are you doing now? And what would feel good, right? Don't contribute in areas that don't feel good for you, right? This should be something that makes you feel expansive and light. It should make you feel good to contribute. This shouldn't be like obligatory. That's not what we're talking about here. Find ways to contribute that feel good for your heart, that feel like, yeah, I'm adding value. I'm adding some quality. I'm adding some joy. I'm adding some beauty. I'm adding something to this moment, or I'm adding something to this community, or I'm adding something to my children's lives, or my friend, or my spouse, my lover, my beloved. You know, how are you adding value and beauty and joy and happiness with the gift of you, the gift of your presence, the gift of your energy, the gift of your giving? And when you do that, when you connect with that, you're going to feel that sense of belonging, that sense of meaning. And my friends, that's such a great place to be. It's such a good place to be. And so if you're feeling a little lackluster in your life, if you're feeling a little lost, if you're feeling a little like down and out about where you fit in society, you get to have a moment of creativity here and find something. Find a place, find a movement or an activity or an organization or a social group where you can add a bit of who you are to that thing that adds value to that thing. We all have it in us. We all have something of value to offer. We all have a lot of things of value to offer. We have our energy, our presence, our beauty, our love, our joy. So find a way to contribute that more, and you'll feel much more connected to your sense of purpose and your sense of meaning in life. And my friend, you deserve to feel that way. It's an empowering feeling, and you deserve to feel empowered. Okay, happy Monday. I hope that you found this insightful and inspirational, and that it, helped you think a little bit differently about how you might move about your week or the next few weeks. Okay, and if you found this to be helpful, please drop me a like. Go ahead and smash that like button. And I'd also love to hear where you find a sense of purpose and belonging in contributions that you make. Drop that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're doing in your lives that makes you feel like you're contributing. Okay? Happy Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I look forward to dropping another video for you next week. Until then, so much love from my heart to yours.